There we go. Right, next, Stephen Hawkins. Oh, this is going to be a deliverance, isn't it? Stephen Hawkins. Couldn't speak a word of English. Not one word of English. You got to be kidding me. I couldn't speak from the 1970s. There are no gates for Stephen Hawkins, I don't think, as I recall. Walking. No, because he was wheelchair bound. Stable diffusion. Oh, stable diffusion, you're so wrong, you really are. Is that Bernie Madder? Mine off in the background. Why is stable diffusion? Why is stable diffusion give him such a small body? Oh my gosh. AI's out of control. So are their lies though, basically, right? Well, apparently, the smartest man ever to live couldn't speak a fucking word of English. No one couldn't speak a fucking word of English. I can't believe I used to believe that. People get really upset with me when I start laughing at them when I say, name a smart person, and they go, Stephen Hawkins. You know what gets me is, right, they say to me, yeah, but NASA spent a million quid on a computer that can read his eyes, and he can speak through his eyes. I'm sorry, but all it takes is a bloke Bluetoothing information to make Stephen Hawking speak, right? Someone said he's not even in that condition. They just drug him up to make him drool. He can actually walk. One time he was in an hotel and the drugs wore off and the bodyguard wasn't there. He was in the bathroom. When he came out from the toilet, Stephen Hawking was up and about going, where am I? I used to believe that. I don't believe none of it anymore. Look at the neck on the woman pushing him. Right, so, and if that ain't bad enough, right, for all the people that don't know how much they're mocking you about Stephen Hawkins, and I know there's a lot of people out there that believe that Stephen Hawkins was the smartest man alive. Before Stephen Hawkins had a computer, Stephen Hawkins had a translator. I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain myself with this. This is Stephen Hawkins' translator. Wait for it. Stephen Hawkins. I'm laughing just thinking about it. He's going. Stephen Hawkins is going. And then the translator goes, yeah, he said that space is the final frontier of Rome. Like, what the? What's this? Stephen Hawkins, translator. Oh gosh, this kills me. Translator. There's no wonder they made it a computer, because if they'd left it the way it was, everybody would have just been like, you're having a laugh. Stephen Hawking's translator, here it is, with a human interpreter. You gotta be kidding me. This kills me. I'm sorry for laughing, right? I'm not mocking the person's disability. I'm mocking the lie, right? And if Stephen Hawkins is fully compos mentis during this, I'm surprised he didn't burst out laughing when the guy translates. Here we go. Yeah, translator.
About the age of 9 or 10 that I wanted to be a scientist.
He sounds like someone's dragging a wheelbarrow up the road. I'm telling you, there's no way on the face of this earth, the flat earth, that this flip-flop, this is a woman, it's got to be, that this flip-flop can translate what that person is saying.
Most of my activities like playing with model of fireworks. Or model railways.
Do you know what it sounds like to me? Charlie says, the Americans don't know this, Charlie says, don't talk to strangers. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like Charlie. Ready?
Charlie says that when I cross the road, I don't have to stop looking.
It's exactly the same. It literally is the same as Charlie says. Talking gobbledygunk and then it gets translated. Come back.
Then you have control of it.
And you know what? If you speed it up, it sounds like man speaks Venusian. If you haven't seen this, it's going to kill you. This is a man speaking Venusian. It's a woman. To another woman, look. Speaking Venusian. And having it translated. Watch this. This is just as bad. He's speaking Venusian. Patrick is Morris waiting. We're speaking Venusian. He sounds like he's got a hair stuck in his back of his throat like I did earlier on.
What does that mean, actually?
That means, how are all you? I am very pleased to see you.
They're full of crap. They're absolutely full of crap. Look at that small triangle. Look at the egghead. You gotta be f***ing kidding me. And then if you really want to know what it all look, that's speaking Venusian. In that case, then Eminem speaks Venusian, doesn't he? So there you go. Speaking Venusian, Eminem's Venusian. And then Stephen Hawkins.
I think I knew from about the age of 9.
The lying bastards, excuse my language. They've turned the comments off. I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why they've turned the comments off. I bet I would have been laughing. I would have stayed on that comment page for about an hour probably if they'd left them comments up there. Oh gosh. Stephen Hawkins. Oh mate, it's the biggest lie in science, isn't it? It's not that the world's fly, it's that Stephen Hawkins had a translator who could translate what he was saying. Oh gosh. Right, Stephen Hawkins. I don't think there's any gates for Stephen Hawkins. There ain't no gates. But I'll tell you what, Stephen Hawkins was worth coming. Have you seen his wives? Look at the size of that head on that one. Little page girl there, look. There isn't a bank on earth that could offer me the money to make me believe that Stephen Hawkins was the smartest man that ever lived. He wrote 5 books. I can't even get the joke out. He wrote 5 books in Venusian. But you can get a translation of it for $500. Oh, Stephen Hawkins. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Look at the wife, not that one. Look at the one that married him before he died. Look at this. So tell me, what attracted you to the multi-billionaire Stephen Hawkins who can't speak a word of English? Here he is. The one with the mastoids, the Terminator neck look. I don't know. I've got to ask the question, mate. Look at the size of that man. Look at the neck, the teeth, the deep set. It's a bloke, full stop. Look at that hand. I'm asking for a friend, but what first attracted you to the multi-millionaire Stephen Hawkins? Who couldn't talk a word of English? Oh, I can imagine what the wedding night was like. Right. We are so done. There are no gates for Stephen Hawking. Where's the coffin? Stephen Hawking's coffin before we go. Stephen Hawking's coffin. There you go. That was the picture they took of Stephen Hawking's funeral. The inventor of the throat lozenge has recently died. There'll be no coffin at his funeral. I can't get off this page. Right, Stephen Hawkings apparently wrote 5 books on the history of the world, universe. It's all nonsense. I'm telling you now, it's all nonsense. There is no space. Stephen Hawkins was a woman, let alone a scientist. And if you want to believe that there was a translator before there was a computer, which translated his voice from his eyes, then that's your choice. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that was so much fun. I hadn't laughed that much for ages. Right, okay. Stephen Hawkins is a woman. Did I do a meme? Let's have a quick look in the back. Stephen Hawkins. Oh gosh. Let me just get rid of that. Did I put S in there? Stephen Hawkins. Look, they're all on about it, look. He's not there, I can't believe it. Stephen Hawkins is not up there. Right, let's put Stephen Hawkins back up. Post. Hawkins. Back file. Let me add that one. Walking. Hawking. Hawkins. Stephen Hawkins. Search that back file. Do you know what? It just reminded me as well. Oh no. Do I have to go back into there? I do. Where are we? Stephen Hawkins. Translator. Just whilst I was doing that, it just reminded me this bit.
Age of 9 and 10.
Wait for it. There you go. And then what it reminded me of was...
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyway. The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
That dog can do a Stephen Hawkins impression. I bet you any money if you get that ginger translator in, he'll be able to translate what that dog says. Oh, stable diffusion is out of control. Right, let's go back. Stephen Hawkins, back file. What? How is there no Hawkins? Shut up. I know I've done Hawkins. Hawking. Maybe it's Hawking. Come on, search. Right, Stephen Hawkins, definitely on the list. Like I said, everything's a lie. And for you to even contemplate or just entertain the thought that this liar, that's what it is first of all, it's a liar, that this liar was the smartest man on earth. Look at the state of it. You got to be kidding me. Telling me that the computer can translate his voice from his eyes. And before that, they had a translator that spoke Venusian. Stop! Right, Stephen Hawkins, backfile. Come on. It's not finding it. I definitely got a Stephen Hawkins as well. I remember because I put the lozenge joke. Is that, oh, it is. The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon. Unbelievable. Lie upon lie upon lie upon lie. Backfile. You've got to be kidding me. How is Stephen Hawkins not in there? I can't even find it on there. I've definitely done Hawking.